I just would like to welcome you all to the Greater Prince William Trail Coalition meeting. It's great seeing all of your faces. It's been a while, and so happy you're here to join us. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ann O'Neill. I'm an outdoor recreation planner with the National Park Service, with the Rivers Trails Conservation Assistance Program, and I'm going to help facilitate the meeting today. For those of you who may have arrived a little bit late, we're having folks introduce themselves through the chat. So I really ask you to please write your name and your organization and your title, and perhaps any other updates you might want to share with the group, just so we've got a tight agenda. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Charlie to introduce Victor Angry, who is the Nabasco District Supervisor, to give our keynote.
Okay, so we're recording this, so we hope to produce some small YouTube videos to post on our channel when we're finished, so that those who couldn't join us today can see it. So be aware that we're recording. Today, our keynote is from Supervisor Victor Angry. He represents the Neabsco Magisterial District here in eastern Prince William County. He was elected about 18 months ago to fill the incomplete term of John Jenkins, who died in office. And Victor Angry was elected in, I believe it was February of 2019, re-elected again this last November. So he is our Neabsco District Supervisor. Let me turn it over to him.
All right, thank you, Charlie, and good morning, everybody. I want to apologize first because I'm actually on the way to a doctor's appointment in Fairfax, and so I didn't want to miss this and reschedule because that's just bad to do. So I wanted to go through with it, and I apologize just up front. But thank you all for having me on this call. And as Charlie said, yeah, I'm about 18 months in office, finished out Supervisor Jenkins' 6-month term, and then started my first full 4-year term here in January 1st. And as you know, the board has significantly changed. One thing I like to say that hasn't changed is the vision and direction for our green space and parks and trails initiative, which is to complete these trails, connect them out, and allow connectivity throughout the county and actually connect it to Fairfax. And I spent a lot of time on many of the trails here in the county. I got my personal here is Neabsco behind the Andrew Leach Water Park, the connection trail there. So I'm going to actually meet Charlie here. I think we're going to go Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday.
And take a little hike. Yeah, and so I'm really excited about that. As you see that Seth Hillevas has put out our master plan for Parks and Recs. And so, you know, I got a question from Daniel Bertie inside Nova asking, was this a shift in the direction where we're going? And I don't believe it's a shift. I think it's just reprioritizing. I know Parks and Rec lost some funding when we went through the housing market crash back in 2009. And so we never, I hope I'm still on, but we never reconnected those funds. And so one of my hopes is getting through COVID-19 is that we're able to, you know, get Parks and Rec back to the level that they need to be to continue doing the things we need to do. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, okay, thanks. All right, I don't know if I lost you. So, so that's kind of, you know, just a quick snapshot. And I know, first of all, I want to thank, you know, this commission for being together, put together to actually make sure we commit and we actually finish out what we say we're going to do. So I know David Brickley just emailed me about me filling my vacancy on this board, and I want the right person on that, someone who actually commits to understanding what the trails, what greenway, what this really means. And so unfortunately I haven't found that person yet, so I'm still looking. If anyone knows anyone and you can help me out with this, that's really personally passionate about our parks and our trail system, please let me know, because I will definitely take your recommendation and put them on this committee to make it work. So with that said, I guess I got some minutes. I can answer any questions or try to, you know, engage a little bit. This is odd. I don't like being in a car talking to you. I'd rather be sitting in my office and having a full-blown conversation. I'd rather be sitting in front of you and us doing this live. So hopefully that day will come soon.
Thank you. I apologize, everybody. As you look at the Zoom tools at the bottom, what I'd like you to do is to please post any questions you might have for Victor Angry, or to raise your hand. And I'm not sure,
One's
Charlie, I'm
from
not sure.
Rick Holt, an active Prince William, asking, what will it take for us to get a focal point at the staff level for bike and pedestrian planning? We've been through 3 bike and pedestrian planners over the last couple of years, and it's interfering with our consistency and our capacity to advance our bike pedestrian planning.
Okay. I actually like that question. This is I got to say, this is the first I'm really hearing of that. I think Rick sent me a question about bike and pedestrian once back in the past. And I tell you what, I'd like to talk more about this. I will tell you this, my office, we just moved up here to the Neabsco Commons, right across from Freedom High School, Nova College. And we have Stonebridge Town Center. We have the Neabsco Commons, 2 hotels and a nice build out there. We're actually looking at building a pedestrian cross bridge across Dale Boulevard. And that was one of the things, because the small area plans, we talked about walkability and neighborhoods that actually live, work, play concept. And a large part of that is biking. So that is, it's interesting to say that. I'd like to talk more with you, Rick, about what we need to do and what we need to do. How can we further this and push it in this person? I didn't know we've gone through a couple of bodies on this. So I want to know really what the problem is and how do we make that a permanent thing. So,
And I know there's another question that's been posed. I don't see it in the chat at the moment. We have an issue with pedestrian and bike safety, and in planning for our intersections and planning for our trails, so that we have perhaps a focus on vision 0, where we have no accidents, no fatalities. Do you see that as an issue with the live, work, play communities?
I definitely do. And I got to tell you, so I'm on the TPB, Transportation Planning Board, and that is a huge initiative. Unfortunately, I saw it in Arlington and Fairfax and DC, they're driving these plans and initiatives, and I didn't see really Prince William County kind of being in. I sometimes I consider us a donut hole to the ideas and concepts going on around us. But hearing that from that board that I was at a meeting on, I contacted the POC that gave that presence. How can we further that in Prince William County? Because pretty astounding numbers that are concerning when it comes to pedestrian accidents, pedestrian deaths from motor vehicle accidents. And there's a lot more work that we got to do in that area. So I'd like to really get that presentation to you and see how we can kind of involve Prince William County in that, and then get that back so we can actually do more. Maybe we can put that in a initiative here for the county that the board needs to kind of commit to strategic planning wise. So.
Excellent. We know you're busy. We know you're headed in the car. One of the last questions was, what's the best way to contact you? And I suspect it may be by email, but do you prefer Twitter? Shall we send bricks through the window? What would you like?
bricks through the window could get expensive. I will say this, what I've learned in my last 18 months in office, as Amanda Fink has beat me up enough about, she manages and maintains the calendar, because sometimes I'll double book myself on things. So really, if you email me and CC Amanda Fink, afink@pwcgov.org, all great things happen. I've learned through that, and I don't have any issues when I kind of follow her lead. So, but you also have my cell phone number, and if you just need to call me, please call me, right? And if you can't get me, then call her, and we'll try to, get that, because I really want to have the one-to-one conversation, and I try to make myself accessible all the time for that. So even if you miss me, just, I'll call you back, or Amanda will tell me to call you back, and we'll make that happen.
Well, we appreciate your time. We know that you're multitasking this morning, and we are pleased you're able to join us.
Yes, well, Charlie, and everyone else, I would really love to do this again. I hope we're able to do this again next year. Hopefully not under these COVID conditions, but even if so, I'd like to get back in a stationary place and have a better conversation with you all. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. We're going to move on now. We'll let you go.